What is it today if it isn't all over the place? It's all about going viral. My name is Charmaine Thomas. I'm with Indos TV and welcome to my lifestyle segment, Let's Hang Out. Our superstar guest for today is an international student who has made her niche in the online space, creating relatable content for international students navigating life in a new environment. Let's find out more about her journey, her struggles, her life as an international student, and what makes her tick on the gram. Let's meet Rishika Tiwari.
Hi, my name is Rishika. If you're planning to study abroad and thinking if Australia is going to be worth it, are you dreaming of studying in Australia? Hey, are you an international student in Australia? If yes, listen up.
Hi Rish, how are you?
Can I call you Rish?
Yes, Eva. Is that what your friends call you?
They call me Rishi.
Rishi. So, Rishi. And now I can call you Rishi. So you came to Brisbane in 2022.
Yeah.
But you were actually trying to come from much before that. So what's the story behind that?
So, I graduated in 2020, so the infamous COVID here.
Oh God.
And Australia had closed its borders for like really long.
Yeah.
And I was trying to come here since September 2022 or 2020 for that intake. But I kept deferring because the borders were closed. So finally, when Australia opened its borders in December 2021, that's when I applied for my visa.
It was so long back. I don't remember when they opened the borders. I just remember them being shut for the longest time. So December 2021, you applied for your...
And I applied for my visa directly because all of my other procedures were already done with respect to my student loan and getting the offer letter from the university. All of that was already done and I was just waiting. Orders, हाँ कि कब होगा, कब मैं flight लेकर आऊँगी यहाँ पे. And then finally I was here.
बड़े सपने सजा के. So what were you studying in India and what were you coming here to study?
So I studied my Bachelor's of Computer Engineering in India and I came here for my MBA. So
right. And was it true that you actually wanted to do medicine growing up?
True, yes. Good research, by the way. Yes, I did start my CET preparation. So back then you had to appear for CET exam to get into a medical college.
Right.
And I did that preparation along with my class 11th and 12th for 2 years. And I did not do well in the exam. So that's when I switched to engineering. Thankfully, I did take mathematics for my class 12. So I could switch. But yeah, it was one of those times when, when your parents say that, "Acha doctor nahi to ab engineer."
I was just going to ask, do you come from one of those families जहाँ पे वो set है कि भाई आपको medicine करना है या आपको engineering करनी है, and then if not that फिर आप do something else random?
Not really, actually. My parents are really supportive with respect to whatever we want to study. But वो parents नहीं, लेकिन फिर आसपास आप देखते हो कि okay, everybody is doing this, so maybe that's what I should be doing.
Yes, you kind of end up being in a particular circle.
Yeah.
And you are from Mumbai?
Yes. I am from Mumbai, and nobody around me has studied something different, So
right.
Everybody would either take science or commerce.
That's
I don't even remember anybody taking arts in my immediate family. So even if I would have want to do it, किसी ने किया नहीं था. तो आप सोचते ही नहीं हो इस बारे में.
Correct.
So that's how engineering happened. But yeah, I'm glad it happened.
So MBA in Brisbane. So why did you choose Australia? Why did you choose Brisbane?
Australia specifically because the weather is really great here.
Yes. And so you did your research and you said Melbourne's too cold. So let's come to Brisbane.
Too cold, and Brisbane has the perfect weather. And coming from Mumbai, I'm not used to the cold, snowy weather. So
yes,
I did not want to go to a country where I would freeze to death. So yeah.
Yeah, weather does play an important role. Now, when you moved here as an international student, what was your first impression of this city, of this country? You come across as a person who does her research.
Yeah.
So, when you landed here and you started exploring life over here, was it what you thought it would be?
Yeah, actually, the people here are really great. Queenslanders are really kind.
Yes.
So my first impression was, okay, they are so sweet. And back in Mumbai, we wouldn't greet each other to see people around you.
यहाँ पर you're walking in your suburb, you are like, oh hey, how are you? Oh yeah.
Hey, good morning, and that was the biggest culture shock for me. To be honest,
That's a good culture shock.
it's a good culture shock to have. I was like, do I know you? I'm sorry. It's the first few days. I spent thinking, ki, okay, fine, this is how it is now, and then slowly you get used to the
Get used. Yep.
Now when I go back to India, I would be asking people, hey, how you doing? And they thinking, acha, ye I'm fancy. Why is she saying that? So
And that's just pretty much in 2 years of
2 years
of living here. But that's the good culture shock that you had. What are maybe some of the challenges that you faced? Maybe something that you were not expecting.
So my mom dad have made sure that we stay independent right from when we were kids. They would let us do everything ourselves. And तब नहीं समझ में आता था कि okay, why do I have to do this by myself? मुझे क्यों भेज रहे हो? I mean, you can do it too. Please come along with me. But my dad would be like, नहीं, you have to do this yourself. And when I came here, I had this mindset that I can do things, pretty much everything by myself. I'm independent. I can cook, I can clean, I can take care of the house. But it's different. Then you don't have your family around. When you don't have your siblings around.
And you don't have buys around here either. You are your AI buy over here.
Yes. So yeah, that was pretty challenging. It's not the managing or taking care of yourself or your house part, but being away from your family.
Yeah.
I think that
Whilst doing everything.
while doing
Yeah.
everything.
I think that's true for anyone moving at any stage of life or anyone who's not lived here before. Like I moved here as a married person, but I would say that was a new thing for me too.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't crazy, but I can relate.
Yeah, I've never lived away from my siblings or like my parents or grandparents. So yeah, that was the biggest change for me, and it was difficult. No matter how independent I was, it does hit sometimes.
And your siblings, are they older or are they younger?
I have an elder sister and a younger brother. So I'm the middle child.
You're the middle child.
Yes, I'm the middle child. That's why they were like, "ठीक है, तू जा, you can go." Really? Nah, I'm kidding. My parents love me.
The skyline is so beautiful of Brisbane.
I really like this spot here.
You know, if you haven't explored Brisbane as a tourist, you'll probably do it when you have friends or family visiting. Especially in the nights, it's gorgeous with all the lights and everything on.
Yeah, I really like this spot specifically. You can just sit, listen to music, and yeah, in Kandla River, it's really calming.
And probably take a few photos.
Yeah, and take your photos. And yes,
And coming to photos, I mean, that's the very important
Yeah.
part of this chat today. How did you start your journey as a digital creator? Where did that come from?
I think I was always very comfortable in front of the camera. So this was bound to happen someday or the other. In fact, when I was in engineering college, I had started a page which was a fashion page on Instagram, but
Right.
I did not end up continuing it for some reason. So this was the perfect time and opportunity. And why I started, because I wanted to share my journey and my story with other people too. Because there's not a lot of information regarding students and how they live and what's their life like abroad. Because when I was researching, I could barely find anybody sharing about their journey and how their life abroad is. So I wanted to bring that information across to anybody who wants to come and study here. That's how I started my journey. So it started with informative videos or videos about how my journey was. And then slowly I transitioned to making funny videos,
Yeah.
videos that are relatable to a lot of people. Because life's very stressful. And when you scroll through the gram, you want to see something which brings a smile to your face.
I think the keyword is relatable.
Yeah, it is.
And coming to relatable, I mean, of course, you've shared your inspiration, which is your own life pretty much, and the struggles that you face. And it's really the little things that you don't realize. So, talking about relatable content, tell me about your first reel that went viral.
Oh, my first reel that went viral. That's a funny story, actually. It was a very short reel. It said that my parents wanted to find a guy for me. Then I booked a flight and moved abroad to run away from that. So that was not actually completely true because my parents were finding a guy for me, but that's just a story for a lot of other girls. So that was relatable. That's the first video that actually went viral. I think it got like 10 million views or something.
Right.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah. And you started this pretty much like just over a year back?
Yes.
And in 1 year. So your first viral reel hit 10 million views, you said. And literally in a year's span, you have what, more than 10K followers. Would you say it's been easy?
No. Yeah, it was not easy at all. Juggling work and my life here along with social media has been a tough journey, if I may say so. But I think it's only for people who actually want to do it and have the passion for it.
Right.
I did not think of going viral, and that's why I started making videos. That was my first.
You didn't set out to be a content creator. It kind of just
it
evolved.
evolved and it just happened. So I still make a lot of videos which, have a lot of production to go with it. Because I remember I did a Diwali video. I did that with one of my very good friends. He had shoot me he had me shoot that video as well, and that is, I think, what my passion is: creating good quality content. So when you know what you are set out to do, I think it becomes easy there. Yeah.
So it's not easy being a content creator. Would you call yourself an influencer?
No. I am just a video creator. I post videos on Instagram. That's about it. Not influencing anybody. No, I don't like that word.
You don't like that word? I know it's got a certain association with it, I suppose. But some people like being called an influencer. But I think perhaps saying content creator or digital creator is more apt. Is more apt. I think you're not really bound by doing one thing. So what are the fun bits or the nice bits about doing what you do?
I think the nice and fun bit is people getting information, people finding inspiration in my journey. Because I remember, so there was this girl, I just had 2,300 followers, 3,000 followers back then.
That's it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a lot actually. When you consider Instagram, that's nothing. And she started following me then, and she was supposed to come to Australia. She's now in Sydney, by the way. Her name's Simran, shout out to you. And she sent me these really beautiful voice notes after looking at my videos that, hey, I saw your videos, and guess what? After seeing your videos, now I think I can actually do it. I can actually come here. And I shared this with my friends, and it was such a big relief and like a validation that I can continue. Like this is good. This is what I set out to do. So those are the nice parts of it, when people find inspiration and
they actually engage with you a lot on your page. So do you ever get funny comments or funny replies? What's something really weird or crazy that's happened?
I think the best part is just random people saying, go back to your country.
Oh,
Yeah, go back to where you came from. And I find that that's a bit of trolling. That's a bit of trolling, yes. And it happens a lot. Yeah, when you are set out to become an Instagram creator or any social media.
Anyone who puts themselves out there.
Yeah. Anybody who puts themselves out in the public eye, has to face these things. Negativity, trolling. But I see that as funny.
Yeah.
Because if people are commenting or have negative comments to put down on something, that just means they don't have anything better to do with their life. And आप कमेंट कर रहे हो किसी के भी पोस्ट पे, एक नेगेटिव कमेंट डाल रहे हो, तो हाँ, मतलब कुछ बेटर है नहीं आपके पास करने के लिए, ऐसा मैं सोचती है. तो I see that as funny.
Yeah, but that's great. You know what? Like that's all about positive mindset, which I think is really important. Otherwise it can really get you down if you
Yes.
take it too seriously.
इन द स्टार्ट इट डज. मुझे याद है पहले कुछ मेरे नेगेटिव कमेंट्स आए थे तो मैं काफ़ी ज़्यादा अपसेट हो जाती थी कि ऐसे क्यों बोल रहे हैं, ये तो मेरा इंटेंशन भी नहीं है. बट देन as you said, if you are in the public eye, you have to deal with all of these things.
Yeah.
So the sooner you understand, the better it is. Yeah.
Perfect. So what's next for Rishika Tiwari?
Find a job here. Find a field job here. That's the next target. And yeah, we'll see where life takes us. I don't plan a lot of things anymore. I was a very big planner earlier. I used to plan things कि नहीं ऐसे ऐसे ही होना चाहिए लाइफ में. But हर चीज़ जैसे आप चाहते हो वैसे नहीं होती है. And something is best left to God and his plan. So I can do my best. I can work hard. बाकी तो जो होना है वो तो होगा ही.
And for anyone who actually wants to be a content creator, what are the maybe 5 top tips you can give them about creating content, how to grow your Instagram? Because you've done it.
Yeah.
What would you tell someone? 3 tips, 5 tips.
Number one, I would say is consistency. Be consistent because the first few videos might not have a greater reach. You cannot get disheartened by that. You have to keep creating content. Number 2 is don't think much.
Don't think much.
Yeah, just create videos and put it out there.
Be authentic.
Huh?
Be authentic.
Be authentic.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't think much. Be yourself. Put videos out and don't think much about it. Number 3 is the one thing that we spoke about. Do not get too upset by trolls and negative comments. That's very, very important. And number 4 is also make sure your content has quality. Create quality content to retain that audience because you might get a lot of followers, but they won't stay if they don't resonate with your content or if the video quality is not that great. By quality, I don't mean कि HD में videos होने चाहिए.
Yeah.
But they should be well thought of. So that's the 4th thing. And the 5th thing is कि हाँ भाई बस बनाओ videos.
मजे लो.
ज़्यादा इस पे like don't get too attached to your videos as well. Because कभी-कभी ऐसे होता है हम बहुत अच्छा बहुत सोच कर बहुत समय लेकर कोई वीडियो बनाते हैं और वो इतना वर्क नहीं करती है. तो उससे अफेक्ट नहीं होना है. Find the next video and yeah, get past it.
Rishika, thank you so much for your time, for your insight and sharing all those valuable tips on social media, but more importantly, your journey as an international student, as a digital creator, and your positive mindset. So really appreciate all of that, and I wish you all the best for the next part of your journey.
Having me, yeah, it was great. Great experience.
And of course, exploring Brisbane with you and the beautiful South Bank. So to all our viewers today, thank you so much for joining us on Let's Hang Out. I will see you on another episode very soon. Thank you.